Hey yo, what's going on everybody? It's Tylarious aka Ty Killington. Yeah man, alright, today's video we are continuing with the new vehicles from GTA 5 Online Summer Special DLC. In today's video, we'll be going over all the new vehicles that are in the Southern San Andreas Super Autos website. Alright, so we got 5 vehicles to go over. Make sure you watch the video all the way to the end so we can go over everything that we have to talk about today. And definitely, if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you go on to drop a like, subscribe to my channel, and turn on notifications so you do not miss any future videos on my channel. Alright, here we go. Let's get right into it. The Canis Seminole Frontier, coming in at $678,000. This is the old school Jeep Cherokee, my friends. This is that old 1992, 1993 Jeep Cherokee 4.0 high output inline 6-cylinder. I mean, this thing back in the day was badass, all right? I mean, I may be a little partial to this vehicle. I loved this Jeep 93, all right? This Cherokee, this thing was awesome. All right, we're going over some of the customization. A lot of good customization with this vehicle. We'll talk about the performance here in just a minute, but I mean, you have a tremendous amount of stuff that you can do with this, and I like that. It's good. Again, when you have to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars on a vehicle, especially a SUV, because yes, the Frontier is in the SUV class, you want to make sure that you can do something with it. Now, I do have a bone to pick with Rockstar, okay? First of all, I love the old wood livery. That was really cool. I love that. But I have a bone to pick with Rockstar here. Listen, Rockstar, you guys add a bunch of SUVs. Well, not a bunch, but we have a bunch of SUVs and off-road vehicles together, right? A lot of the off-road vehicles are really good. You have a couple that have some seriously good off-road capability. But when you're adding in a 4x4 vehicle, all-wheel drive vehicle, a SUV that's designed to be going off-road, the customization implies it goes off-road. We need, instead of being able to lower the vehicles, to lift these vehicles. We need larger tire options. You only have one, maybe 2 vehicles in the game that have oversized tires. The Sand King, the monster truck, stuff like that. We need the ability to, listen, I'm not even a muddin', roughneck, redneck type kind of guy, right? But we still need to have the ability to throw on some 35-inch super swampers with a 3-inch body lift with a 3-inch suspension lift, okay? This needs to happen. Now, listen, this the Frontier is all-wheel drive, but it is very weak. It's a very weak 4x4. The power to the front tires are not that good, and we'll talk about that here in just a minute. Now, I'm not going to put this on a performance test because this is an SUV, and the SUVs are dominated by the Toros and the Novak. And I can tell you right now, this guy is not going to win you any races. And unfortunately, if you're doing any kind of off-roading that is more rigorous than just driving down a dirt road, it's not going to be that enjoyable. And this is exactly what I'm talking about. Back in the day, IRL, when, you had some 33s on a Jeep Cherokee, or a Wrangler or something like that, you could go places. Okay, you put some gas in there every couple of days, you put a quart of oil every couple of days in that bad boy, and you're good to go. All right, and I just don't know what it is, man. What's going on with those guys up at Rockstar North? I mean, all my UK people, I know you guys do a little bit of off-roading. I mean, shit, that's where the Land Cruiser came from. It's where the Range Rover, right? I mean, I know it's an Indian, owned company now, but come on, man. I know you guys know what you're talking about. I mean, my UK people, my Scots, my Welsh, my Brits, my Irish. I know you guys are out there in the country with some 4-wheel drive vehicles. These developers, you guys have got to know what I'm talking about here. We have to have, and we need the ability, to be able to make legit off-road vehicles. As you see right here, it can't get over the rocks. It can barely climb over the cars. I had to, approach at an angle, and going up a hill, it was painful to watch that. It was terrible, man. And that's the case with a lot of the SUVs in this game and a lot of the off-road vehicles. Now, granted, there are some that are fantastic, but, Anyways, let's move on. The Imponte Beater Dukes muscle car. For some reason, they brought in the Duke, the Dukes, or the Duke of Death, and they just gave it to us all beat up. I don't understand what that's all about. Or I really don't. Oh, my God. Now at $378,000, that's not that bad, right? That's manageable. That's doable. But I just don't know what the point is of repainting branding a vehicle and giving it to us. We could have got something different, a different version, maybe a legit GTO with like the, I don't know. But anyways, we have this guy right here. It comes beat up, right? It's like you're going to Goodwill and buying a pair of jeans that are all tore up. Whatever. But I digress. It's still a badass muscle car, and there's nothing wrong with that at all. Now, of course, you can, the customization of this car is pretty cool because you can put customizable parts that clean the vehicle up, and it looks brand new, right? But that's what this vehicle is. It's a beat-up version. It's a beater, right? So I'm going to keep it that way. The Rusty Graffiti livery is by far one of my favorite liveries in this DLC. That was awesome, and that's what I equipped my vehicle with. But yeah, I mean, you just got to keep this just the way it is. I mean, you have to keep it all beat up and banged up and stuff like that, and just go about your day. You got the louvres that you can put on there, the louvres, however you say them. There's some cool different mirrors on there. Of course, your different color options, just like the other Dukes, right? Same kind of thing. It's just cool, no big deal. Get the roll cages you can put in there, change up the seats a little bit, keep the Rusty livery on there if you want to make it kind of fresh. And of course, the Dukes is unique because you can add, a whole bunch of different countries' flags on the roof of the car. If you guys remember, this Dukes is the car from the Dukes of Hazzard, right? And originally, that car in the TV show had the Confederate flag on it. There used to be a Confederate flag in the game at the Lost headquarters in downtown. They removed that though for obvious reasons, right? You don't want to spread all that negativity. But yeah, that was there. That's kind of what this whole thing was about. All right, so of course I got mine with the Street King livery. Looks badass. Keep it all beat up. You got to, right? You got to. It's not always what's on the outside. The outside can be ugly, right? It's what's on the inside. Of course, the muscle cars can do the wheelies. I don't know if the wheelie bars affect anything. I haven't tested that in a while, so somebody in the comments let me know. One thing I do like on this livery, all the engine compartments look pretty good with these cars. Taking it down the track. Now, with the muscle class, if anybody's ever raced muscle cars, racing a muscle car is like basically putting a steering wheel on 4 blocks of ice, okay? Top speed is, very respectful. It's not that bad. It's not going to be as fast as, like the Pisswasser Dominator and some other cars that are very, very fast top speed. But it still hangs in there. It's not bad. One thing I like about the Dukes, all variants of the Dukes, it is some of the most user-friendly muscle cars to drive. They really are. And that's saying, this is a muscle car, mind you, but this is a very safe vehicle to drive around a track. So that's something I would definitely recommend if you're a novice in the muscle car game. Now, is it one of the top muscle cars? It's up there, but it's not going to be like your top 1, 2, 3. That'll always help you in getting wins, all right? Next up, we got the Dundreary Landstalker XL, another SUV, $1,220,000. Listen, this thing, it's really just a flex, right? It's it's like a Tahoe, or Suburban or whatever. It's just one of those weird vehicles. I'm not sure why they added it, but I guess they have to add in just regular Joe Schmo vehicles in DLCs. They can't just, deliver banger, after banger, top end supercar and hypercars and sports cars over and over. They have to show some love to the other categories, which they've done in this DLC. So I guess granted on that, that's cool. But with the customization, you can do a whole bunch of cool stuff to it, which I really do appreciate. The hoods, the grills. Actually, this vehicle looks really nice. It really does. I'm not gonna lie. This is a cool vehicle if you want to do some role play, if you want to cruise around, and just put some nice SUV rims on there. And this can be, when I was growing up, every time I saw someone that had a Tahoe with like 24s on it, that guy was, a badass. That dude was rolling around. He was making money. He was doing his thing. Kind of the same thing, right? We're out here in our MC businesses or gun running businesses, stuff like that. And I guess it's kind of the theme or whatever. We're not really going to a grocery store in this. We're going to go make some runs, if you know what I'm saying, right? We're hitting I-20 and going down to Houston and making our way back to Atlanta, maybe make a little trip down to Tampa and make some deliveries, if you know what I'm talking about, all right? So, but again, this could be a really cool vehicle that we could have an option to lift, right? Put some really cool, mud tires on, some off-road tires, and have a lot of fun with. I went with more the street look to it, and I think that was the right way to go. It is an all-wheel drive. It's actually got a lot of power to the front tires. I feel like it has more power to the front tires than the Jeep Cherokee, the Frontier had. Looks really good when you pop the doors. Engine compartment looks decent. Not the greatest of the bunch of cars, but it's all right. I just wanted to run this through a quick top end, top speed. Damn, that was painful. 138. Oh, ouch, right? again, not going to win you in races, but it could have been something decent, off road. All right. So next up, we have the BF Club and the Compacts class. And this guy is pretty good, coming in at $1,280,000. That is a lot of money for a tin can, basically, right? So this thing better have some good customization at the very least, and hopefully it's got some good performance, all right? And we'll talk about that in just a minute. Customization is actually on point. It's not that bad. It looks really cool. What is it, like an old little Volkswagen, something like that, right? Looks like an old school Eastern European, Soviet Union or the East German bloc, kind of thing. I don't know what it is, but yeah. But it does have some nice customization to it. It just looks like a death trap. Like in real life, if I saw someone driving this, I'd be afraid to get hit with like a pebble behind somebody's car. I'd feel like it just smashed the front end. But this guy has a lot of sticker bomb accessories. It's got some cool tuner accessories on there too with the hoods. You can remove the hood all the way out. You could strip it down or have a skinned hood version on there. I like that. It was pretty cool. It's got some decent liveries too. Nothing wrong with those. But again, they're pushing heavy on the sticker bomb. I've never had a sticker bomb customized vehicle. So, this is what I ended up doing with this car. I went full on with the sticker bomb and blew myself up. Yeah. But, again, pretty cool. When you drop this bad boy down, it cambers the tires out way, way out, which is pretty cool. Be careful doing that with some of the cars. Some of the cars, they do bottom out a little bit easier. And this is sick right here for the roof. You can put some house speakers on the roof of the car. That is epic. That's something that you just got to do. You have to do that, right? I mean, there's no other way around it. When you see something just outrageous like that, you just got to go with it. I'm not going to lie. Back in the day, I had two 15-inch house speakers in my SUV, so I've been there. I know exactly what this guy's talking about. All right, so we roll on out. I cut the hood off. Looks like we got a couple of we got 612s on the roof. It's pretty cool. It is a front wheel drive vehicle, obviously. Sticker bombed out, cambered out. It doesn't look that bad. It really doesn't. It's a corny ass, dumb car, but it's not bad. Let's take it to the track, top end or top speed straight line. This guy is pretty good for a compact. It's quite decent on top speed. It's all right. I like that. 128.496. That's moving for that little guy right there. Even better and much more justifiable for the price. This guy is great around a track. I put this up against the Brioso. And I'm not going to lie, I need to do some further testing on it, but my initial results, this guy smokes the Brioso. We could have a new top compact car in the compact class. At the very least, we have another vehicle that is going to be competitive in the compact class. So that's pretty cool. I like that. And, and I think that's really the only car that's going to put up a fight in its respected class. None of the other vehicles that I've tested so far are going to be able to do that because we all know that the vehicle placement in this game is not the greatest, right? Next up, we have the Maibatsu Penumbra FF coming in at $1,380,000. What's the FF stand for, you think? What is that, like ferocious and fast, or like furious and free, or fast and forgetful? What do you think that FF stands for? I don't know. Comment down below. What do you guys think? What? Oh my God. Anyways, though, yeah, no, this is obviously a iconic and epic vehicle right here. I'm so glad that Rockstar put this vehicle in. I have not gone through the Benny's vehicles yet. I've gone through the Legendary Motorsport, and I've gone all the way through the San Andreas Super Autos. So far, this is my favorite car. This vehicle, and we'll talk about this in more detail in a minute, is a dream to drive. It is a dream to drive. Now, it is in the sports class, right? It's just not going to compete with the Italia GTO and the Pariah, and that's a bummer. It's just not going to be there. It's too bad. Again, those vehicles, there needs to be another class inserted into the game, or those vehicles need to be taken out of that class and put into the super class. And even in the super class, they would still dominate, right? The Pariah would, at the very least. But no, this car is great. It looks awesome. It drives really good too, and we'll talk about that in just a moment. And I just love how Rockstar employees are just big movie nerds, right? There's so many vehicles in this game. There's so many references to some iconic and classic movies. It's really cool to see that and to kind of like relive it in the game and be able to use these. But no, there's a ton of customization to this car. The Penumbra FF is really, really cool in that regard. I have all the Penumbras. I like these. I like the Mitsubishi Eclipse when it came out. One of my buddies had one. He had 15s in the back. We used to drive around, think we were all cool and shit like that, bumping. And it's just a really fun car. In real life, it's a very competitive car, and in the game, it's a really fun car too. Now, we'll talk about the performance. It's not going to be as competitive because of the other vehicles there. Look out when you slam it down, though. Look at that camber. That looks so clean. It looks so nice. It really does. And that's cool. I like that a lot. Now, I made mine look just like Brian's from Fast and Furious. Let me know in the comments down below if you guys want a tutorial. I made this car identical to Brian's in Fast and Furious, his Mitsubishi Eclipse. So if you guys want to see a little walkthrough, I can show you how to do that and make it look identical to his, all right? Let me know in the comments down below if you guys want that. So let's check out the performance. Straight line top speed. For the sports class, it's going to be average. It's going to be all right. Again, it's not going to win too many drag races. This range is competitive with about 90% of the cars I'd say maybe about 80% of the cars in the sports class. And then the other 20% just blow them all out of the water, right? Around a track, though, this car is fantastic. It is so smooth. It is so stable. I love driving this car around a track. It is very responsive. Now, it is all-wheel drive, so it has a little bit of that oversteer, but it is very, very manageable. And when you hit like jumps and you go through the air, this car is very, very good flying through the air, just like in the movie, all right? So there you guys have it. There is the Southern San Andreas Super Auto, Southern San, whatever. That's the 5 cars in that that website that we can get in the DLC. Really fun to test these out. Really cool. I really enjoyed doing this. It took forever, so if you guys enjoyed this and it helped out, definitely drop a like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Thank you so much for coming out of the channel. Make sure you subscribe to my channel for the Ills Reels content of the game. Smash that like button. We'll see you in the next one. All right, peace out. Yeah.